Okay, I think I can go ahead. Yes, it's okay. Yeah, so we will see RevealDroid. RevealDroid is going to be very similar to Mudflow, but on top of that, it has certain other features.
Yes.
So, can you tell briefly what is RevealDroid about?
RevealDroid actually contains four kinds of different features. The first one is API features. The second one is intent action features and flow features, and package API flows. Totally four.
Package API flows, sir.
Yeah. Package API features. Yeah.
Okay. So, the two types of API features. One is package API, the other one is
API.
intent actions.
Intent action.
Normal API and then package of the API, both are considered as features.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we expect better performance
Yeah.
compared to Mudflow.
Yes.
Okay. So, what are we going to see now, like on only the 4 apps, or we have large number of apps?
We can do this on the same data set.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very similar to the with Mapflow, but there is one additional Py file with getFlow.py. It is to generate flow features with FlowDroid. Yeah. Apart from that, the other things is very similar.
Okay. Does this support holdout classification, or it's only going to support random?
Also random, not holdout.
Can I do like this? Instead of making 4 different folders and then editing the code from the loading itself, I use the same folder that contains, okay, for example, let's say I want to do a holdout classification and use Drebin for training and virus share for testing. I put all the malware feature files inside the malware directory and then have them underscore train underscore test. Like inside the name there will be underscore train and underscore test. And whenever I load the, you have this kind of train test split randomize this thing, right? That portion only I comment and I make a list of all the names that contains train and then make them as train samples. And then I also have another list which contains all the file names that contains test as the test samples. And then I directly use everything else that lies below. Only portion that I need to change is the randomization, right?
Yes.
I mean, can you just open the classification.py file here? Because I think this is an important point, and after you're gone, I want to definitely do this. So I just need to, yeah. Now you're loading the samples, right?
Yes.
Instead of loading this mal samples and good samples, I load train mal samples and train good samples. And then you are just putting ends with dot features, right?
Yeah.
I will put it with ends with dot train mal dot features and test mal dot features and make 2 different lists here. Likewise, test good dot features, train good dot features, and then I'll be done, right? Everything else is just going to be the same, right? I don't need to have these lines, and then straight away I can comment till the split. After that, it's going to be the same. Only thing is I need to rename my feature files.
Yes.
And after that, it's all the same, right?
Yes.
Or I can make 2 different folders as well. 2 different train mal, train good features, 2 different train good, test good features.
Okay, maybe I can add another argument to the.
Yeah, but I think it is okay. You can just tell me. I can also add because I think the focus should be like delivery and just clean. What to say? I don't want it to load with coding and all now. So you just tell me whether this logic is right. That should be okay for me. Or else I need to. I mean, quite a bit of struggle could be there whenever I miss something. So I'm just wanting to make sure that whatever I say, both these ideas could be used in a straightforward manner. If I rename all my dot features to train mal, train good, test mal, test good dot features, then that can also be used to control the training and the test set in the holdout scenario.
Yes.
And likewise, I can have two different folders.
Yes.
For if the command line argument is 4 folders, then I go for holdout classification. If the command line argument contains only 2 folders, then I go for random split. Okay, so both these ways are correct.
Yes.
Okay, so we go ahead now. Okay, so RevealDroid explanation is done.
Yeah.
And now you have this classification where you have the machine learning portion, global data. It's going to load all the dictionaries and all that. And RevealDroid utils is similar to Mudflow utils where you have the config.
Yeah.
And RevealDroid.py is the main file that's going to call all others, and getFlow.py is something that is going to deal only with FlowDroid's portion in RevealDroid. Okay, now can you just do the ls_.json and ls_.jar. Okay, this is again copied, so you don't need to have any new setup at all for RevealDroid. It doesn't mandate you to have Mudflow at all. So it has its own standalone copy of jar files.
Yeah, but one additional jar file is apk2.jar.
Oh, that's for the other types of features.
Yes, yes.
Okay, that's a very important point. Apart from that, you have all the FlowDroid jar files.
Yes.
Okay, now you do not use EnterCard in this.
Yes.
You are only using APK tool for the features.
Yes.
Alright, so how about JSON? Yeah, likewise you have the source category and sync category JSON, and then there is a key which is the name of the API, and value that is the name of the source of the sync, right?
Yes.
Okay, now ls, anything else that we are missing?
Yes, we also need to note that there is a file, the config file. Let's see.
All these names I should not change, right? Because it's all hard coded. FlowDroid, config,
Yes,
sources
yes.
and syncs, all this I should not change.
Yeah. Inside this config file, actually the pattern is very similar to the Mudflow, but this number of processes is quite small, because this number is used to generate flow features. It's different from other like API and IA features. So actually inside RevealDroid there are two numbers of processes. This number is used to generate flow features.
FlowDroid
Yeah,
features. So
FlowDroid
what is the
features.
other one?
The other one is in the command line argument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that number of features? I mean that number of process.
You can give as you like.
I mean, what does that quantify? This one is like to use the parallel number of process for FlowDroid, but that number?
Used to
Parallel APK2.
Yeah, APK2.
Okay. So this is very tricky, because when we do not have the FlowDroid features, we can go for a large number in the command line argument.
Yeah.
Generally also we can go for a large number in the command line argument, because it's not going to consume much RAM. But inside the config file we only have to be very careful. Like you should not give large numbers so that it overruns your memory. Okay.
So for RevealDroid,
so the command line arguments are the mala directory, the B9 directory, and then the bitmapper.
the third should complete the number of processes used to generate
APK2.
Yes, APK2.
APK2 number of process.
20.
Okay.
Yeah, and the fourth argument should be the map. Bitmap. Let's give it for 1.
Okay, so if it's going to generate all type of features and put them somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's now doing APK2. It's all parallel, right?
Yes.
APK2 is also doing parallel.
Yes.
FlowDroid is also doing parallel.
Yes, but FlowDroid will processed after the APK 2. Yeah.
Okay, now you have data and metadata.
Yeah, data and metadata.
Okay, let's go inside data. Yeah, sorry, metadata, yeah. What is APK tool report?
This is to report whether all the applications, if there are any applications.
So can you just open that?
Yes. For most cases, it should remain empty. Yeah, for
Okay.
most cases, there is no failure for.
Okay, if there is any failure, that name will be put here.
Yes.
Okay, then you have this benign and malware, right? Yeah.
Yeah. For.
How many files per application? Can you just clear first? Okay, so API txt, FlowDroid log txt, and IA txt.
Yeah.
We have 4 types of features, right? Where only 3 are there.
Because package API
Can be extracted
yes.
from API itself. So API and FlowDroid and FlowDroid log means it is not a source or sync category or something like that.
Yes, yes.
Here what type of feature we are using?
Category.
Only category.
Only category.
So there is no scope for RevealDroid to use method features,
Yes.
or there is no possibility of it using the class features.
Yes.
Okay, can you open each one of them? Okay, so this is very simple and straightforward. Like you have the class name space the name of the API. So if you want to find the package, then you just chop it based on this space,
Yeah.
and then again chop it based on slash and take whatever that precedes.
Yes.
Okay. And FlowDroid log is just going to be the output of FlowDroid, where you have this graph generation, this this one, the API information, all that. So you need to again process this file to extract the category of the flows.
Also, if you have already got this
FlowDroid output, then you can directly use it.
yes.
But how do I use it? Because it wants me to. Oh, okay. You have to manually put that here. Okay. IA is from where? It's from the XML file, Android manifest XML.
Yes, XML file as well as MODI file.
Okay. I actually don't know whether you keep the output of APK tool or you're deleting it.
I delete.
Okay, that's better because we cannot have so much of space, right?
Yes.
So the process for APK is what? How many we gave? 20, right?
Yes.
So 20 APKs will be disassembled, and at the end of each of those APK disassembly, it will also delete the smiley files and all the root files.
Yes.
Okay, so you mean you have 2 different sources from where you get the IA, right? One is from the manifest XML.
Yes.
How do we get the IA from Smiley?
You just give me a list of
Strings to be searched for.
Yes, string to be searched. Those things are stored in global data.py.
Okay. See, I'm totally okay with API, package API and FlowDroid, but this IA thing only I need to look. So can you just show me the code portion that deals with IA? CD, right? Hmm. So this is a decompilation directory for each of the applications. Okay, and then you use a DOM parser to parse and then check for the intent filter. This is very clear. And then you just do some text processing to extract the name, and then you chop off certain portion that is not required, and then return whatever remains, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's fine. And from Smiley file, you are taking every word and splitting it based on space, and then you look for Android IES. Where is Android IES coming from?
Uh, Sorry.
Where is Android IES coming from? Like this one?
Yeah, this is a list of interactions that I search in every Android platform.
Oh, where do you load this?
From global data.
Can you open that
Okay.
file? This is API, that's okay. Page down. Okay, Android IES. This one, from where did you get this? You checked all the versions of Android?
Yes.
All the versions of Android means what? You check the Java files,
Uh,
source code.
inside each version there is a
Platform, yeah, we have this platform thing,
yeah.
and inside that there used to be some txt file
Yes,
there where they
yes.
mention all the intent actions
Yes.
for that particular version.
Yes.
So you check all the versions and then
And
you come up with the full
yes,
list
yes.
till version 18 something. Platform.
V20, yeah.
Yeah. And then you use this for a string search. This is quite very exhaustive, right? Because you are finding this string inside all the text files,
Yes.
all the Smiley files.
Yes.
It's very, very exhaustive string search, right?
Actually, this is quite similar with API searching.
But we speed it up by using the prefix. But here we cannot. I think we have not speeded this up with prefix, right? See, in API search, we only take lines which start with L Android or L Java or something like that. Here, do we have anything like this?
I think
First
also-
thing is we need to have an invoke there. Most, if you have 100 lines, then at least 90 lines will go away without any invokes.
Yes.
And if there is invoke, then the next step of filtering is like it will take only lines for splitting. If they have L Android or L Java, only then the split code will be called. But here you are just randomly, you are uniformly doing split on all words in all Smiley files. So that's why I say this is way too heavy, right?
Yeah.
Word Smiley file. So this is the problem here.
Yeah.
Where is the Smiley file line list coming from?
It's a long list of one Smiley file.
We can't use a generator here.
Sorry.
We can't use a generator here. Like where this is a command and argument. Yeah. So who's calling this?
Inside the main function.
I think probably you can use a generator here that will speed up a little bit, but nothing can be done now, right? It's all used many times and it's like working fine, and if we touch this then it will be a problem. Okay, so you have strip and split happening on every individual word, which is way too costly. We can filter certain only certain lines, and then we do this. Okay, no problem. So you are just having this way of narrowing down into separate categories of intent action. Separate types of features, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to make it a little faster.
Okay.
extract this one. Yeah, okay.
To go inside data folders, there are also two folders and one report.
Yes, yeah, as usual, you have the malware benign in the report. Inside malware and benign, you have any files left or you will delete?
I have some. I have everything except the
CD.
Yeah, we have some JSON files for each
Category of feature. So this
Yes.
one can be archived.
Yes, this one can be archived. This inside this there are some dictionaries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And, do we need to open?
Yeah, something you can open. Yeah, some files, yes.
Yeah.
This is why this is not having any readability. You can put intent equal to 4, right? Okay, I can change this. So this one is what?
This
Package
one is,
API.
Yes, package API.
For one application, you have one package as the key, and what is the value?
Its value is all the package belong to this.
Why do you maintain a package as key and the list of all the APIs as the value?
Sorry?
Why do you have a package API as key and then the list of all the APIs as the value? Do you need the frequency count?
Yes, in RevealDroid.
You can just then put package name and then the frequency count directly itself. You will always take the len of the list, right?
Yeah, but when coming to the classification portion, I just take the length of
Okay,
the
okay,
value.
okay.
But
So this is
for
the
archive.
okay. Now you can open the API. This seems to be not API, right?
This is a category of API according to the RevealDroid also.
Oh, API means the category of the API.
Yes, yes.
Okay, yeah. So this is from the SUSI category, not the
Yes,
piece code category.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Then
Then you can also see the
flow. Okay, so this is same as our mod flow features.
Yes. And interaction.
Okay, so you have all these features stored, so we don't need to worry. Every
Yes.
time when classification is called, it will just look into this folder and then do the classification.
Yes.
And classification ought to be similar to, Mudflow.
Yes.
There is nothing complex here.
Yes.
Okay, then we can see the classification report and wrap up. Okay. Okay, the number of samples, number of features, positive class F measure, negative class F measure, top features for the. Okay, now we used all of them, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's why. What's the number of features?
40.
Okay, and we have this combination of package API, flow, intent action, all those
Yes.
types of features figured in the top classified features, and there'll be 100 such features. But you don't have the scope, so you will just have till 40, and after that top positive features for each of the API, each of the APK.
Yes.
Okay, can you just play around with the bitmap? Just let's not. Okay, now the feature files are there, so will your code rerun the whole thing, or it will just directly take the files?
Actually only for FlowJoy cause it is very time consuming. I will not redo it if I have the FlowJoy output, but for
Others you will
will regenerate. I will regenerate this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can you just only use the package API?
Okay.
How do I interpret the 111? You have a README file, right?
Yes, I have a readme file.
Okay. Okay, now we are only having the bitmap for
For
only the package API. I think it's going to run down the battery. Okay, yeah. Why there is empty vocabulary? I think the battery is too low, so maybe you fix this and then we resume, right?
okay.